Hey Soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at how is what you're worried about turning into a blessing. I was so inspired to do this reading today. It hit my mind, and when an idea hits my mind like that, I feel like it's something that you guys need to hear about. So today you can pick your piles either with using your zodiac signs or with using your intuition. If you prefer the first option, you will find the timestamp to that down in the description box. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your intuition, then stay with me. The first way is through looking at your cards and see which one or ones you're the most drawn to. And so for pile number 1, you have the root chakra with the keyword insecurity. For pile number 2, you have the root chakra again with complacency. And for pile number 3, you have the throat chakra with expansion. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Mookaite Jasper. For pile number 2, you have the Bloodstone. And for pile number 3, you have the Sodalite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. There are 2 ways in which you can go about this. Maybe you have different things that you're worried about that you can associate to each of the piles and then listen to what is going to be said about this or these situations in each pile. Another way is maybe you have one specific situation in mind, or you're just open to see what your message is. You can, in that case, look at the cards and the crystals and see, are you drawn to just one? And in that case, this will be your message. If you're drawn to several, maybe even all of them today, trust your intuition. It will always guide you and lead you to your readings. The readings that you're meant to hear, you will find that you will hear about more things that you're meant to know about that will let you know what's going to happen with regards to what you're worried about and how, specifically with what I've channeled in today's reading, how it's turning into a blessing for you. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. It will take you straight to your readings. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video, take as much time as you need, and I will see you in your readings. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then in that case, this specific section, my dear soul family, has been created specifically for you guys. Oh, I see a zodiac sign out. Aries for pile number 1. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs really well. And then when we're ready, I will be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay, so let's check out pile number 1's zodiac signs. We already have Aries. The other signs are Cancer, Leo, and Sagittarius. The signs for pile number 2 are Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. As for pile number 3, the signs are, of course, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, and Gemini. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I, of course, highly recommend you check out the 3. But alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using another placement in your chart, please feel free to do that as well. Of course, it is all up to you how you prefer to pick your piles. These are just different ways to help you and assist you in choosing your pile. And once you're ready, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Mookaite Jasper, and your card is the root chakra with insecurity as a keyword. And of course, if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Cancer, Leo, and Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these, of course, are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. And today we're taking a look at how is what you're worried about turning into a blessing. It's a topic that I suddenly felt inspired to do. And so perhaps this is something that you're meant to hear. Now, with regards to this specific deck, all decks are listed below, by the way, in the description box. But I thought to use this archetype deck not to take a look at the usual way of looking at the archetype of a specific person, but I wanted to see the energy of the specific situation that you're in, the light and the shadow. So here you have the keyword, the archetype child wounded. And so the light attributes here are awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. On the shadow attributes, it says, blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You have Crown. And it says empowerment, status, and authority. Super cool. Okay, you have Jupiter in Cancer with speculation. Very interesting. I'm starting to grasp an idea, but let's wait. So you have the astrological aspect of opposition, and it says confrontation. And so the keywords here are reflecting, mirroring, seeking balance, tests, interaction, push-pull dynamic, internal conflicts, uncertainty, wavering, acknowledgement, and of course respect. How about we keep it here so we have space? Doesn't matter, I don't think so. Okay. And you have Mercury in Scorpio with extremism. Okay. Really nice that I get the idea, of course. Let's take a look at your tarot cards so we have a complete image of what's going on and how it's turning into a blessing. Wow, you've got the 10 of Pentacles right off the bat. So cool. You have the 7 of Swords. Okay, you see, you have someone here holding a pen with a peacock. It's like they are the only persons who can sign something or do something or give permission. I'm not sure. You have, and you got a piece of paper right there. You have the 2 of Cups. It's interesting. Both in the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles, there seems to be a companion here. That's nice. Well, we'll see what this means in a moment. You have the Emperor. And you have the 9 of Swords. I think I'm going to pause pulling out the cards because I want to understand what's going on first. and then we continue with the rest of the cards. Okay, so let's take first things first. What I am seeing here with regards to what you're worried about, seeing the root chakra with insecurity and speculation. First things first, it is talking about how the situation may not be as bad at all as you are worried about. I mean, is there some truth to some of the things you want to be careful with and actually, like, not worry but consider? Of course, you have the Seven of Swords. That part you've picked up is true, but is it as bad as what you're speculating? Not even near. And so looking at the root chakra and the child wounded archetype, I feel like your message is perhaps some fears, maybe from your childhood or a past trauma, but doesn't have to be from a childhood, at least from a past trauma. Something went perhaps terribly wrong, and it started making you feel insecure whenever the situation pops up. And so now you're expecting the worst, and no one can blame you for that. Obviously, you've gone through in the past something terrible, whether in your childhood or maybe in that specific situation, perhaps it repeated itself. And so you're not to blame for like worrying about this, but your cards or your guides are saying this time this is a true speculation. I mean, are there things you want to be careful about? Yes, but it's not nearly as bad as you think it is at all. Please don't worry about it, is your first message. In fact, the first card that popped up in your reading is the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, if you want a favorable situation, that's the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, oh, that's what I hoped. Thank goodness. Ten of Pentacles, the tens in tarot is an excess of an energy, as I always tell you. And the Ten of Pentacles here means that you are going to come out of this, not just achieving what you wish, but getting even more than what you're expecting. It's like things you even haven't considered, but would have loved knowing yourself later on. And so this is saying not only are you getting what you're currently wishing, because even what you're wishing could be a little bit limiting, you're getting even things that you're not thinking about now. So yes, you're going through something that may look like it's opposing you, may look tricky in the moment, may make you feel a little bit like it's out of your power with this person signing. But really don't worry about it. It's not really out of your power. You're not being bullied here. The way you can empower your situation, since it's going to turn out to a great positive, is to first empower the mind and know that what you're going through at the moment is the result of some wound in the past that is being pressed on at the moment, as things aren't going exactly how you feel they're going, and it's pressing on this old wound so much that it's hurting. You know, the insecurities are all over the place at the moment. Uh-oh, is this going to happen to me again? Oh no, is it going to harm me? Oh no, is it going to go down the way I'm afraid of? Absolutely far from that, my dear pile number one. And this is why your cards are saying empower your mind, you empower your situation. Find harmony with the opposition. It is right in this very time that you're going through in which you will find your power. And so to heal this wound, this is the opportunity. Wounds are not healed as you're sitting comfortably. Wounds are healed when you are conscious of how to deal with them, when in fact they do arise, to master that energy. And your reading is saying, take that time as an opportunity to find your strength. This is a great time to forgive the past, to make peace with the past, and to heal that childhood wound or that past wound, so that it doesn't continue to wreak havoc in your life and press on that pain whenever anything goes wrong. This is the time to forgive the past and stay still, stay strong in harmony. Perhaps the harmony here is like learning to accept, to go, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do my best, gonna give it all, but if it doesn't work out the way I wish, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna learn to accept the situation and try again. So it's really a time to make peace and to learn to live in harmony when things don't go right, is the biggest message I feel your guides are saying. They're saying, especially with the fours, is groundedness, the four of the emperor, groundedness through the mind, empowering the mind. Don't let any energy bully you or attack you or affect you in this way and let you lose control and make you suffer, because suffering through the suffering is more suffering than the suffering itself. More so, sometimes the suffering is way worse than whatever happens. So find your grounding with the root chakra and stay in your power, knowing everything is going to be okay. And if it doesn't, it's not worth suffering. So let's explore what the Seven of Swords is all about. With extremism, I feel like your guides are saying the way you're thinking about this could be a little bit extreme, coming from an old wound. It's not really as bad as you think. So there is an extremity in thought with the swords. Oh, thanks. So let's see what your cards are saying. Also this one and this one. This one, I promise I'm going to stop. Just pulling out the cards I'm noticing. Okay, so let's give the deck a break and take a look at the rest of your cards. So you have the Moon card. Ooh, the World card. And you know, the Moon card is about mystery, the unknown. You still can't see. Very close to the High Priestess. That's why there's the High Priestess has the aspect of the Moon. But you know, your cards today are giving you just a little reflection from your future. What you can know to stay grounded. You have, oh, look at the seasons, the 4 seasons here in the World card. You have the 6 of Pentacles. I get it. You have the Sun card. Wow. And you have the 8 of Wands. Okay, so with the Moon card and the World card, it's saying that life is forever shifting and forever changing. Be comfortable with that. With all of the different seasons, you know, with everything in the world that you go through, whether it be your personal relationships or your work or a project or a goal that you're working towards or anything. It and each one goes through phases. There are times when you're like, oh, it's the best, I love it. And there are times when you're like, oh, feels a bit tricky today. There are times when it's not giving you as much results and you're meant to reflect. And so every single thing, even the biggest blessing in your life, goes through seasons. Sometimes the seasons are minute and sometimes they're really big. And sometimes it's the little things that hurt the most and sometimes it's the big things that you can skip. And so, yeah, that's what it's saying here. Everything goes through shifts. And so don't be affected every time the things change, because that's just the nature of life. And perhaps you are, of course, at the moment experiencing some trickiness. But I feel like the 10 of Pentacles here taught us that the two figures are together, meaning that the blessing that you want is staying with you. And so when it's tricky, it's still with you. When it's good, it's still with you. When you're blessed, it's still with you. This means that what you want is with you. Throughout these changes. And so bear it, let it go through its natural cycle. Don't stress yourself and worry about things as the cycles change. That spirals, exactly, that's life. That is the normal energy, the natural flow of things. So let it take its cycle. your reading is saying, and it shall end with the World card. And in fact, you do have with the Moon card a reflection here, giving you a little peek into your future. Not only do you get to know that you're going to be way luckier and more blessed than you think, but the little peek here is through the Six of Pentacles and the Sun card. There is some generous energy coming into your life, perhaps through a communication that will surprise you. Do you see with the Eight of Wands here? And it's coming rather quickly, so that's the awesome thing here. Maybe there is some form of communication that you will love. You can see someone here holding a lot of money and, you know, sharing their blessing with other people. So always remember, what may look like difficulty to you, to someone else, they have so much of what you want that they can spare it easily. And it doesn't have to be a person. This could be really any energy. Like think of, for example, you have a huge bag of delicious chocolate that's healthy, of course, in your bag. And you see a child, not that any child should ever get, you know, all the disclaimers. We know all that. This is just for example's sake. Who really wished for a chocolate. You have so much of it. Giving one is like nothing to you. So to that little boy, they've just been blessed and lucky, and it might have made their day. They went back home. Can you believe it? I wanted chocolate, and this sweet lady gave it to me. But to you, it was nothing. You made somebody's day, giving them something that is just so little for you. And so the little peak here seems to be you getting some form of communication of someone offering help. Help is the Six of Pentacles. Offering help from the heart, wants to assist. To them, it might be, oh, don't mention it. It was really nothing. To you, it's like, oh my God, thank you so much. You don't know how you brightened my day and how you made this so much easier for me. So can you see the difference here? You are expecting it to, a sort of form of energy to really bully you, or to be unfair to you, or harsh, or even worse, you know, with how this person is holding that person. When really, it's not going to go this way. Do you see with the Six of Pentacles? This is like the very thing, perhaps, that you think is going to be bad. Maybe the very thing that gives you generously. And maybe that's the trick here. Now, I feel like something is beyond your power. And because it's beyond your power, you think it's going to write something, decide something for you that you will hate, that you will feel is unfair. But in reality, it's not going to go this way. That power is actually going to use their power to help you, to assist you. Maybe, who knows, maybe it benefits them too. I don't know. But they will choose to use this power for you. And you will be very happy to find out that you get to keep that beautiful blessing, that you get to have it. And so it will brighten up your day, and it's going to make you go, oh, thank God, I felt that it was going to go this way, but it turned out it went this way. I'm so happy. And for that person or that thing, that little thing they've just done, or at least to them, what feels like a little thing was really nothing. And they're happy to help, either for you or for them or for both. Okay, so let's explore the rest of your cards. Now we understand that it's a little bit out of your hands. That's why you're feeling this type of lack of safety. You feel like if it was in your hands, maybe you could have done something about it, but you really feel it's out of your hands. And this is why you're being guided to just trust. Since it's out of your hands, let it go, do your best, but it is coming in a great way. And your guidance is to learn to trust in the cycles. It's just the nature of life. When you learn how life works, you master it and you go through it happy and serene. When you don't, it wreaks havoc every single time. And why suffer from something that's gonna continue to happen and not learn how to work with it? So it's like exactly when winter comes, and you get cold every single time, rather than going, fine, the winter is gonna come. Let's learn how to get warm using the fire and how to be safe with the fire. Let's learn how to create warm clothes. Let's do this, let's do that. So that when the winter does come, you're warm, you're safe, you have your food stored, everything is good. I'm talking about ancient times, of course. Everything is good and you go through it as you enjoy it, because now that it's not affecting you, you get to enjoy the awesome things that come with winter, the snow, the skiing, and everything nice that comes with the winter. Okay. Oh, so that's your message. It's like, if you see beyond that, you'll be able to enjoy the blessings that you have today. Things might change even during the positive times, and you'll go back and say, oh, I had this and I love that. I wish I enjoyed that more, which we always do, right? Every single time. So if you look beyond that, you'll be able to enjoy the beautiful things that come with this cycle until it ends in its own time. So you have the Page of Swords, King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, lovely, so nice. You have another king. Oh my god, the court cards here. You've got the King of Pentacles, and you have the Four of Cups. You're waiting for something, I see, right? You're waiting for something, hoping for the best. You're a little hopeful, maybe a lot, even though it's currently raining. But you see, as it rains, the very thing that you're not liking is building something for you. It's when this person finally opens their window, they're going to go, oh, I've got a lot of water. I can water my plants. I can do this. So the very thing, it seems at the moment, that you may not like, that is making you feel afraid, maybe the very thing that waters the plants that you want. And speaking of watering the plants, I see with the Nine of Pentacles, you're reaching your dreams here. So trust in the process. It's the cycles that allows you to get the things that you want. But sometimes we don't know that it needs this cycle. It's just like the winter. It's a break for the soil, that the soil needs that break, and it's important. It's a very important season. And similarly here, it's a very important season that you're going through at the moment. Perhaps it's healing your wound forever. That's an awesome thing. You know, the winter is a time of reflection and healing. That's why it gives you that time, whether you like it or not, to heal other things that you may not be thinking about at the moment. So your cards here are saying there is this pause. You're waiting. It's not happening now because it's building something for you that you're not realizing at the moment. So trust the process. Are you going to be fulfilled? If you take a peek again into the future, although you're not meant to see everything, but if you do take a peek into your future, you will find awesome things. First off, your dreams have come true. Second off, you are emotionally balanced and happy, perhaps due to the healing that you'll be going through. You feel stable emotionally. Third, and also equally important, with the King of Pentacles, you have the resources and the means to do what you want. And so you look back in time and go, oh, I was worried over nothing. I'm in such a good place. I wish I can go back to my old self and say, hey, please don't worry about it. It's gonna be awesome. And don't spend your time worried. I mean, if your future self goes back to you now and tells you, you know what? It's gonna be awesome. Then you can start looking at the other things in your life. Well, since it's going to be awesome and the things I'm worried about aren't going to happen, let me enjoy the view. Let me stop and smell the roses. Let me enjoy that aspect of my life. Let me enjoy this aspect of my life. Let me go out with my friend. It's going to be okay. I mean, I can work. I can do my goals. I can do that. But I don't have to spend the day in bed worrying about it. Or I don't have to spend the day sitting down worrying about this any longer. I can start enjoying life. And this is your very invitation in your reading, telling you, we're giving you a little peek. There's so much than what the reading is telling you. And specifically something with money could resonate with some of you. It's going to grow on trees. It's like you're going to be very wealthy, very emotionally balanced. And again, pentacles, they don't have to be money. They could be any type of resource that will help you become stable, able to do what you want to do. So yeah, your reading is basically saying, enjoy your life now. You have so many blessings that you can look at if you're not worried about this any longer. You have, so nice, the Four of Wands. The Six of Wands, wow. Okay, so nice. You have the King of Wands. I mean, gosh, the amount of kings in your reading. This is big. What can I tell you? It's big energy with the three kings here. This is like solid, things going well in such a solid way for you. Couldn't get any better. And you have the Page of Pentacles. Look at the counting of money. Are you worried about money? That could be a thing you're worried about. If you're worried about money, please don't worry about it. Your money one day is going to grow on trees. But you could be worried about a specific resource. If that's your case, you know, resource could be time. Like, I wish I had the time to do something. It could be anything. And so whatever this is, you're figuring it out at the moment with the Page of Pentacles. And so you're figuring out these days, keep doing what you're doing, will really help you finally get what you want. So keep at it. You're moving in the right direction. That's why I have the Six of Wands winning. Okay. You have the Eight of Cups, right? And let's put the other card here. The Wheel of Fortune. And this change of seasons again. So cool. How can I make you see this card? Perhaps if I push the cards to the side, you can see your Wheel of Fortune. It's a very important card. Okay, so I see you working through it with the Page of Pentacles. Good for you. It's so nice to see that you're not giving up. And your cards are saying the very work that you're doing today will make you strong one day. You'll be so proud of yourself. King of Wands and a Page of Pentacles. It's like the things you do today will be the very things that make you stable and strong in the future. What you do today is the reason where you are in the future. You can even see it with the Six of Wands. This is success. You're finally succeeding. You're like one day going to go, oh, thank God. And the Four of Wands is a level up. It's a step up. You can even see the tree house, of course, on the top. So you're leveling up. There is a step up, a great step up to the situation. You really, in this pile, you don't need to worry at all about what's going on. This is internal conflicts. It's the real thing that you want to work towards is how you feel inside. And the work that you do today, the type of effort, that you put in today. I remember in this deck, this is the winter. Yes, this is the autumn symbol. And this is the summer symbol, I remember. So here, this is saying you're in between seasons, and you can see it with the Wheel of Fortune. One season is leaving, and a new one is coming. And so you're like in that liminal time, I would say. And liminal times aren't easy. That transition time, there are good things that come with it, and there are other things that don't feel good right away. So during that transition from the winter to the summer, there are things that you want to do. You know, like when you live in the forest, during that transition, there are things that the winter helped you avoid. Like, for example, certain animals and insects and things like that, that you didn't have to worry about all winter. Now you got to worry about. But at the same time, it's becoming warmer and more positive and nice. So it's a transition time where things might feel heavy, there are new things being introduced into your life. Perhaps that is what you're worried about. Don't worry about it. Just keep focusing, keep planning well, keep having your eyes open, keep being sharp, keep doing what is necessary every day, and the winter shall come very quickly. So this tells me that you're like on the verge of having your life change. You're waiting, but really you are on that liminal time of your life where things are going to be shifting. So many things are moving out of your life. So many things are coming into your life. And with that, new energies are introduced. Some things you will love, some things may be annoying, but it's nothing that you can't take care of. Always remember this image if you want to take a screenshot. And remember, life and everything you go through is full of cycles. When you learn and master the idea that it's a cycle, and it's okay to go through this cycle, you will never be afraid of losing anything again. Even when things don't go well, it is a cycle and everything shall change. Sometimes to the better, and when it's not to your advantage, you center yourself and learn to build for the future, to remain calm so that you don't suffer because of the suffering, and you look forward to the awesome new beginning that's coming. The more you're centered, the more you're not attracting more of this energy, and the more you go through it in the fastest way possible. As with regards to your situation, you need not worry. In the specific situation that you are inquiring about today, it's gonna go great for you. The very thing that has power, the very thing that you're worried about, will come to your favor. It will change to your favor. It will come to your favor. And it will change to your favor. And my dear pile number 1, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Bloodstone. Your significator card, oh, I feel this one moving, is the root chakra card with the keyword complacency. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just a way for others to pick their piles as well. I'll be using this deck to take a look at the situation and not the archetype of a person per se. And I forgot to mention that today we're taking a look at how is what you're worried about turning into a blessing for you. Okay, so let's check out your oracle cards. Let me take a look at the archetypes first. So the archetype is storyteller. The light attributes of this archetype are ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. And the shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. Okay, so nice. Ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Oh, you must be like very good at looking the signs or something. Let's see. You've got the 4th house with welcome. So the keywords are, of course, the main one is home. You have family, roots, foundations, emotions. I feel like with family and storyteller, you might come from a line of highly psychic people. You come across to me as highly psychic. So you've got foundations, emotions, femininity, mother, domestic, comfort, feeling at home, ancestors, exactly, property and family values. You must be like coming from, you and your ancestors were highly psychic. All right. You have the moon in Sagittarius with optimism. Such a nice card to see here in this reading. And you have the caller, compliance, duty, and restrictions. Okay. You have Jupiter in Leo with publicity. And you have Saturn in Aries with risk. Finally, before we take a look at your tarot cards, you have another Jupiter card, so nice, with Jupiter in Cancer with speculation. Again, you've got the 4th house. Okay, so let's pull out your tarot cards and get an idea of what this is talking about. So, you have the Emperor. The 6 of Swords. You have the Page of Swords. The Justice card. Right. You have the 7 of Wands. And the Temperance card. Let's pause here. What is the 7 of Wands doing? They're holding a wand. Oh yes. They are carrying a sword, holding a wand, and they've got it's not a tiger, what is it called? It says panther. They don't feel like, either they're not scared or they're not motivated to really go through these challenges here. It makes me feel like someone who, with a click of a button or a snap of their finger, can make all of their dreams come true. So maybe this is lack of motivation, because look at the Page of Swords here and look at the 6 of Swords. I feel here that someone's tired. You can even feel it here with the Page of Swords. Tired and not motivated, as well as not fully realizing who they are. Maybe you see yourself in one way, but the true reality of who you are is another. Totally different. You are, look, I noticed it from the very beginning, you are a magical person. So let me first look, there's like pointing, everybody can see that you're a star, or everyone will see that you're a star. You are obviously a super unique person. That's what your cards are showing. And you may be the one restricting yourself here. So you're worried about something. Why do I keep talking about something you want? I forgot to mention. Here with the root chakra, and you've got complacency. I read about this card, and it talks about a woman called Flo who always wanted to live in Florida. She told her late husband about moving there one day. They didn't up moving there. And then when she passed away, her daughter inherited a lot of money. She found that they had a lot of money. And then the first question that popped into her mind is, why then didn't she move to Florida? And so the card explains that sometimes we don't go after our dreams. Sometimes we are the ones who don't take the steps to go after the things that we want. And as I've read, sometimes it's procrastination, sometimes it's not believing in ourselves enough, sometimes being overwhelmed with issues that could really be solved. And so with regards to your dream, I feel like you're worried about a dream, as we saw with the Flo figure in this card. it says optimism, Moon and Sagittarius. This means be optimistic. You can definitely make this dream happen for yourself. Maybe it requires a risk that you're not taking at the moment. And also I feel like your ideas and what you tell yourself, with the storyteller being in conjunction to caller, I feel like the stories you tell yourself are the very thing that are keeping you stuck in place. Emperor is the figure that creates an empire. And so look at this Temperance card. It's the card of alchemy, manifestation. Can you very easily, using your imagination, your psychic powers, your capabilities, the skills that you have, make this happen for yourself? Absolutely. You're being depicted as having a panther here. You've got that strength to make it happen. I mean, look at the figure here. If she like tells her panther friend to like go knock this off, everyone's going to be running. She won't have these challenges in her way. So this is saying that you can make this dream happen for yourself. It's kind of like, if you won't do it, who is talented enough like you to do it? Who can make this happen if you don't? In fact, when you do make this happen, you're going to be very popular. You're going to stand out. Everybody's going to be looking at what you've done. And it's going to be funny when you look at it and say, how did I think I wasn't going to do it? In fact, you might have people around you thinking, how is someone like you not doing this? I mean, if you're not going to do this, who is going to do it? It's exactly like Flo, having the money to move to her favorite place in the world and not doing it anyway. Are there maybe some risks or some things that she needs to consider? Obviously, but if she had taken just a little bit of time to figure it out, like not maybe making a problem or a challenge bigger than it is. What do I do with this? I'm going to plan what to do with this. What can I do with that? I'm going to plan and make this happen. Because obviously, if there were like serious issues, her daughter wouldn't have wondered what kept her from always going to her favorite place. So your dream is telling you, welcome. It is all open for you to step into me. I am there waiting for you to come in. And I feel that your cards are inviting you to specifically speak to yourself in a different way, because you've got the musical note here. It's a sound. It's the sounds you're hearing. So is it someone with you telling you, putting you down, or is it you? I think, to be honest with you, with your cards here, it could be what you're saying to yourself at the moment. And if you change that voice inside you, you change to your potential, to who you really are. Don't look through the eyes of those who once speculated you, because it's blurred, just like how you saw your card now. The way others saw you, or someone saw you, or maybe how you are seeing yourself now is absolutely blurred. These are speculations and they are far from reality. Are there risks? Of course, with everything, but you're being guided to take that risk. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen with this situation. What's going to happen with this situation, which is the idea of the reading? How is what you're worried about turning into a blessing? So, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is the queen that lives in the realm of her dreams, because she has created that reality for herself. Isn't this interesting? That right off the bat, as we ask this question, this is the card you get. It's crazy. You have the Two of Cups. And you know, the Two of Cups is associated with, what's the word? Serendipity. You're going to be very lucky. You keep getting that over and over in your reading. It's already saying welcome. It's like the story of Flo here. It says you've got everything it takes. Just go there. Make it happen. And you shall receive it. You have the Strength card. The Five of Swords. Look at that figure who's got many heads. It makes me feel, especially with the mask here. I'll tell you what I'm thinking in a moment. Let's just pull out the last cards. The Eight of Wands. And the Tower card. And look how these two are like sitting comfortably as they watch. The Tower card. The Tower. They're not affected. So, I'm seeing a lot of things here. It is saying you will be living in that dream, and every move that you make is going to be serendipitous, and you're going to have it better than everyone, even amongst those lucky ones who do get this dream come true. This is awesome. The different heads that I'm seeing here signify different skills, like different people all in one. Let's say your dream is to be a popular artist one day. So you've got the head of an artist, you're like super skilled. You've got the head of a business person / marketeer. So that's going on for you. You've got the head of, I don't know, maybe you studied law. And so you're able to watch out for yourself and do the necessary things when it comes to the legalities of the business, and so on and so forth. And so this says you play many roles. You're such a talented, skilled person, not to mention naturally, with the intuition that I've noticed from the beginning, you're naturally talented in so many things. And all of these things together will play a role in making you achieve the things that you want quickly with the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is saying, create that momentum. And you're worried. Now I'm starting to understand something I didn't notice in the beginning. You're worried, not just because you wish to achieve your dreams, because that's awesome. You're also worried because maybe time is running, as Flo here felt. Or maybe you're worried that something that's currently going on well for you you might lose it. There is also an aspect of not just worrying about your dreams, but you are in a situation that's making you worry so much. There's a specific aspect, like, oh my God, I'm worried about, I don't know, maybe you're worried about your job or the industry you're in, or maybe you're worried about the money that you have at the moment. Maybe you're running out of money. Or maybe you're staying with someone who you're not feeling comfortable with anymore. Maybe your roommates. Maybe you're in a country and your visa or your paperworks are running out or something. I don't know. Like, for example, if you're Canadian in the US, for example, and your time's running out. I don't know. But there's something at the moment as well in your life, even if you don't achieve your dreams, is also worrying you. And so the solution here would be transition to the other side with the Temperance here. And you can see it here also, the card of transition, the Six of Swords. You want to transition to the other side because not only it's like two things in one. You get to live your dreams and you don't experience the things you're worried about. And that's what we see here with the Tower card, with the two figures being comfortable. It's like, oh well, looks like it didn't go well there. It's none of our business anymore, you know? Maybe you have people calling you and they're like, oh no, the company's shutting down. And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry this is happening for you guys. Let me try to help. But it's not your problem anymore. You're like thinking back and going, oh, if I was still there, I would have been panicking now. So interesting. Your story is so interesting. Let's find out more. I definitely feel like this is not the end of your message at all. There's so much more here. You have the Page of Pentacles. Is it giving a thumbs up? No, but it looked like it, didn't it? The Page of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands. What's going on here? They're hanged. The Knight of Wands. Someone's stuck, maybe being inspired by the movement. How interesting. Maybe you're inspiring others. Ooh, okay. So 2 knights, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. How awesome. You have the 4 of Pentacles. And finally here, in that row, you have the King of Wands. Okay, so what are we seeing? With the Page of Pentacles here, this is a definite invitation to begin something. You have a thumbs up. This is like going to be a green path. The green is mimicking the storyteller. And so this is saying, like, have positive thoughts and say to yourself positive things about the very things that restrict you. Take on that risk because it is a green, evergreen path, especially for you. You're one of these lucky few ones. And you're going to have it in a very lucky way. So by the time you begin and master whatever this is that you want to do, you know, it takes time to understand your path, to understand how to make things work, to understand how to understand yourself in the situation and so on. By the time you master this, 2 nights, this is talking about how you are going to be spoiled with offers. Talk about offers, you see, it's like ever flowing. You will have so many offers coming your way that you will inspire others who are in your situation now to go, wow, look at pile number 2 and how they were able to achieve their dreams in that way. Maybe I need to do the same. And so you are inspiring others, that voice in the head, just like the music note. As you change the voices within you, you will be a guiding light for others to change the voices within themselves, so that they can amass the same things that you one day were capable of achieving. They watched you not being affected by the very things that could have affected you. And so this is saying with the King of Wands, you might be afraid of risks today, but the real risk is staying where you are, because that is where things will actually, not turn out in the most favorable way, but you will be empowered with the King of Wands in that new path that you're being invited to get into, because in that path, this is where it's evergreen and this is where it's serendipitous. One day you will be sitting up high. You can even see it here, sitting up high, sitting up high, sitting up high, where you would have achieved so many things, where everything else is, I want to say beneath you in a good way. It doesn't affect you. You're in such a high protected place. You're going up high. Nothing can really harm you. You're going to be so lucky in that path, but you're really being guided to use your power. You've got so much going on for you that you can use to go in this path. Could it be like heavy in the beginning? Yes, but so is everything that one needs to begin. And so is this lucky person who had the wealth to go to Florida. Is it about figuring things out and going? Yes, that's the whole situation here. Take that risk. Everything at its beginning stages is not that easy, but you get the hang out of it. You master it. And not to mention how you're going to be very lucky here. It's like others try to achieve what you achieve, but they don't have the skills or the luck that you have, and so it takes them so much time. Whereas with you, you're going to be lucky, you're going to have the skills needed, and it's just going to work out for you. And you will have so many offers, great offers coming your way, perhaps of people wanting to assist you, or if this is like your work, many offers to collaborate with you or offers to work with you or buy your service or product, depending really on what this is. Maybe you want to go somewhere, you have a lot of offers and like, hey, rent our place or something. Anyways, you can see a lot of assistance on your path depending on what this is. And as you can see, the only barrier between you and your wish, you getting into your wish, is the way you see things about yourself. And change your speech, your whole existence changes. You have everything that it takes. Be optimistic, get into it. Your guides are saying it's yours. Consider it yours. I can't like emphasize enough how I feel about your pile. It is really saying welcome. It's for you to take. Change your thoughts, get into it. You're going to be lucky. My dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Sodalite. Your significator card is the throat chakra with expansion. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile, it's definitely this one and this one, are Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. I'm really feeling this one and this one. So I'm going to take these. With regards to this deck, it's an archetype deck, but I'm going to be using it to understand the light and the shadow of the specific situation that you're in. All right, so today we're taking a look at how is what you're worried about turning into a blessing. Let's put these to the side and take a look at your cards. So you have Jupiter in Aquarius, there we go, with innovation. You have Dilettante with, this is like the archetype who just knows by nature how to do something. So the light attributes are delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. How interesting. The shadow attribute is pretension, yes, to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess. Interesting. Right, so let's pull out your next card. You've got the North Node. Must be something to do with your passion or something that you're pursuing with the North Node. So you have fate. The keywords are destiny, life goals, exactly, lessons, journey, calling, mission, challenges. I just got a phone call. I feel like something is fated, some form of maybe fated communication, because you do have the throat chakra. That's a strong synchronicity there. So let's put that into consideration. Did we read the rest? Challenges, soul purpose, the future, of course, karma, learning curve, and the destination. Yeah, I think I'm picking up what's going on here. You have Saturn in Pisces with charity. Okay. You have crown. This popped up in pile number 1, I believe. And so if you're drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it. You have the keywords empowerment, status, and authority. And you have bell. The bell is a symbol of the throat chakra, very much related to the throat chakra. You must have some form of strong communication that's about to happen here. So you have bell with signal, alarm, and celebration. Ding, ding, ding. I'm hearing it for you guys. So let's see what this is. It feels like this information, this news will crown you. It's like you're being honored here, given something big That's awesome. Let's pull out your tarot deck. I didn't pull it out of its box. So let's do that. Hold on. There we go. Right. Let's ask, how is what you're worried about turning into a blessing? So, you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. Wow, look at that. And you've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's like, yes, I won, or yes, I made it kind of gesture. So that's awesome. 2 aces. This is crazy. I think you're going to be hearing about some great news here. And I feel like the aces here, I could be wrong. I don't think they're talking about 2 new beginnings, although it could be because of these 2 paths. I feel like it's a shift in path rather. And the aces here are showing, are emphasizing how there's definitely some new beginning. Ding, ding, ding. Something like a big announcement, something big. And with the Knight of Wands is prompting you, taking you somewhere, prompting something to begin, moving you forward. So something is fated that you will feel is very positive is happening in your life. I still don't know what you're worried about, but maybe I'm not supposed to know. Let's find out. You have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so thank you for answering that question. 5 of Pentacles, especially with Cupid's bow, makes me feel like you are so in love with a vision, so in love with an idea, but you're afraid with the 5 of Pentacles of not getting it. And look at your card here. If this is what you're worried about, you're definitely getting that wish fulfillment. I feel like you're going, yes, I made it. It happened. And so with this new beginning here, is it talking about how someone's gifting you something? Someone is giving you an opportunity maybe? There's authority here. Maybe some form of authority is granting you something. Let's find out. Let's find out what it is. We have the idea, the main idea. This is a cornucopia, which definitely shows you are going to be so blessed on this path. Right. So what I understand is you're so in love with an idea and you're afraid that you might not get it. So let's see. You have another ace. Get out of here. What's going on here? and you notice that right next to each other, this is like your guide saying, you are not going to believe this. There's a huge beginning coming for you. So, through an agreement with the Knight of Cups. Yes, it's definitely happening through some news, through some communication. I did notice that from the very beginning. Through charity. So you're putting your hands together with someone. Maybe you're collaborating or you're creating a deal with someone. Someone might be offering you something and someone wants to collaborate with you with regards to something. It feels to me like you're a very talented person with dilettante and the creativity of the throat chakra, as well as Jupiter in Aquarius with innovation. This can't be a coincidence. You seem like another throat chakra here. A crown chakra. You come across your reading all over that you are highly talented at doing something. You're very creative. You're very intelligent, obviously. Sharp, alert mind. And because of your intelligence, the way you put things together, you have all the right to go, yes, I did it here, because this is definitely coming from thinking about things properly and knowing what your potential is, knowing what you can get out of the situation. And you will, in fact, it seems, make a deal with someone. Someone's saying, oh, I love what you have to offer here, or I love who you are, or something. And I would like to partner with you. And this is changing your destiny. could be a phone call, or maybe it could be communication. You communicating with someone who will love your idea and will want to venture with you, partner with you. Yeah, it's definitely a new beginning all round. Nearly, like new beginning all round. Nearly, like something might stay because the last ace is not there, the Ace of Cups. Something may stay the way it is, but I think everything else in your life is changing because of this partnership. So, wow, look at that. The Chariot. This pile, why are you afraid? I mean, how can you be afraid? Things are gonna work out, and I want to say quickly, because the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight in the deck. The Chariot, do you see how fast it's moving? It's a fast moving card, obviously. So this is saying this is gonna happen for you very quickly, and this new beginning is on the doors. Yes, your fate is shifting significantly because of this new beginning. You have the Page of Wands, again, a new path. You're journeying into new territory, exploring your new world, walking proud as you are winning. Others are like staring at you saying, wow, what is this person doing? How awesome is that? And you got two cards out at the same time. The High Priestess and the Magician. Oh, this makes me think right away the differences between the magic of the High Priestess and the Magician. Both are cards of magic, dealing with the unseen specifically. What doesn't instantly meet the eyes. One's about reflecting on the magic, getting the wisdom, seeing beyond the veils, and one's about creating that magic. Okay, sorry, my camera was gonna shut off. I'm happy I saved this reading. So, where were we? The High Priestess and the Magician. Oh yes, I wanted to say, so here with the High Priestess, it's like someone who's always had it in them, someone who has known all their life that they can make this happen. It's like a seed living within them, waiting to sprout. You always knew you had the power to do this. And the minute you started actually applying it, working on it, you started bringing that magic out into existence. You can even see here the knowledge within. And although this archetype with the shadow aspect is like someone who pretends to have deeper knowledge, here I don't think that's the situation. You have the High Priestess, someone who had that knowledge within them, is naturally talented. You know, these people who are born and they hold the brush and they are able to create awesome paintings. It's that innate talent. So your reading is showing how you have trusted this instinct and you're letting that talent out. And it's now, right now, allowing you to visit a new world or become part of a new world, and to enjoy the exploration and the places that it's taking you and the new partnerships you're making or new deals perhaps that you're making, and how far it's taking you. It's now taking form. It stopped being imagination. It stopped being an idea. And I see your reading is saying it's starting now to become a reality for you. What used to be an idea, a very strong idea, almost urging you to begin it. You may have had some difficulties with Saturn here in the beginning with this idea, maybe, or maybe like difficulties starting it or difficulties going through with it or something. But this is saying with Jupiter that this is going to expand now, and it's going to be very lucky. It's going to be something that brings a lot of luck in your life. So really, if you're afraid of not getting this, oh my God, you're looking in the wrong direction. This is not your fate. Your fate seems to be some form of communication that will happen, and a huge deal is coming. So let's take a look at this communication, at this deal that's happening. I feel like you are going to hook something. You've waited patiently, obviously, with the fishing rod. So you've waited patiently for it to work, and it's gonna hook these days. So what's this communication? Ooh, look at that. The Queen of Cups. All right. Okay, I get it. And you have the Emperor, and look at the timing. Look at that. It's like a mother communicating with its child, and it's only a little bit of time before this child forms and becomes a reality, is born. So the communication is actually your communication with this dream, believe it or not. This is throat chakra all round. I feel like these days you are hyped up. You're in your like, I'm gonna make this happen mode. And you are so guided by your soul. It is your direction, so much so that you're like, this has got to happen. This has got to happen. You're like, just like a pregnant mother who knows their child's coming. It's just a matter of time. They're waiting for it to come. So you're so in that energy. You can't wait to have it. But at the same time, maybe with Saturn here, the difficulties you've encountered, maybe the thing that is scaring you at the moment. But if you've got the High Priestess and the Magician, my dear, this is only a matter of time before this is birthed into your reality. Before we continue to explore what's going to happen with this, which I'm so excited to find out for you, I just want to ask here, is there something that you're guided to look into, to be informed about as you're doing this? 10 of Wands, cool. This looks like a happy 10 of Wands. Okay, looks all cool. And the 5 of Cups, can you believe this? These are like negative cards, usually associated rather negatively. You know, 10 of Wands is about carrying a heavy load. They seem like they're celebrated. It looks like the heavy load that they've carried is here. The ship's here. It's carrying a heavy load of awesome blessings. Right now, they get to sell it. So it makes me feel like you were carrying a heavy load, and now it's time to enjoy that. 5 of Cups, it's a card of disappointment, but it looks to me like your disappointment is now leaving your life because the sunflowers are opening up again, and they're all moving in one direction. They're starting to sense the sun coming out into the sky. So this talks about past heaviness, past disappointments, and now things are very positive. So no, it doesn't look like you need to worry about anything here at all, to be honest with you. It looks like you've got your cards together. Is it called stacked upright? Yeah, you've got your ducks in a row. Good for you. You're doing well, my dear. Right, so let's now explore what should you expect. How is this starting for you with the 3 aces? Oh my God, what's going on? What can you expect? So you have the Death card with transformation. You know, the worm or the caterpillar has changed into a beautiful butterfly. Expect major transformations in your life at the moment. Expect your life to change forms these days. 3 aces, this is no joke. Expect you as a person to change these days, and expect, most importantly, to feel free. You're liberated from something, just like a baby's free when it's out, and the butterfly out of its cocoon as well, it's free. Expect a huge form of freedom in your life. I can't wait to find out what this deal is. So let's just put this card a little bit down so I don't forget. Right, what else is happening in your life? Wow, get out of here. 2 of Swords. You must be partnering up with someone here. Oh my. It's just when we were asking. 2 of Cups. Harmonious partnership. So what is this about, please? Six of Wands, both of you are succeeding together. This is kind of like I scratch your back, you scratch mine, perhaps. Kind of partnership. You two winning together. You know, it's like the seed and the soil. The seed's got the life, the soil's got the nutrition in which it hosts life. And so you two are so important. You're like the yin and the yang, the perfect collaboration. Do you know about this? Let's see. Oh, get out of here. The Sun card, and you've got the Dolphins. Again, a partnership. A very positive partnership. It looks like you're making a deal with someone. A very positive deal is happening. Okay. Four of Wands, the sunlight. Okay, so it looks like this partnership is helping level up the both of you. They're leveling up because of what you're bringing to the table. And of course, you are leveling up because of what they're bringing to the table. All right. Six of Pentacles. This is going to be giving back to the both of you so generously, but you got to be careful. It looks like you might have at the moment a habit that could hurt you down the line. Specifically a habit. Maybe this is like as you're winning, enjoying an aspect of it so much may down the line hurt you, or it might push you to take on a new habit that's not good for you. You want to be careful. You know, it's like maybe you create a partnership, it becomes super successful, and so now you got into the habit of staying up late, being overworked, not taking good care of your health, or drinking too much coffee to cope. Of course, I understand we all get into these time periods where we don't sleep that much when we're trying to finish up a project, or like rely on coffee in that few days. Although it's not good, you know, sometimes we get a little bit of help. But your reading is saying be careful not to get into the habit of doing something as you're being given generously and succeeding. You want to be very careful with that. And so you're not suffering from the shadow attribute of the dilettante, which is awesome, but your cards are saying be careful of not sliding down a path you might regret later as you make this success happen, as you level up. You know, it could be leveling up and spending more, or it could be taking on a new habit that might harm you later. Not taking care of yourself one way or the other. So you're being guided to be careful with that. You're going to be given generously, obviously, with the Six of Pentacles. You're going to be assisted. That's a strong part of your reading with the Six of Pentacles and the Charity card. Maybe this is saying don't over-rely on this assistance. So let's get some guidance since this popped up for you. What is this guiding you to do? Eight of Swords. Yeah, I think this is talking about not relying on something because it could keep you stuck. It will prevent you from moving forward later on. Like you can't wake up without it, or you can't move forward without getting that help. And so it's exactly like teach me how to fish and don't fish for me. So if someone helps you with something in the beginning and you really enjoy that, take the time, I believe, to learn how you can do that for yourself and not to over-rely on someone or something. That's, I think, your advice here. Don't over-rely on something or someone at any point in this, so that if anything happens, you don't feel hindered. Yeah, that's the advice. Sometimes the very blessing that you have could later turn later turn into something that may be the obstacle in your way. So enjoy the kindness, but also remember how to stand on your own 2 feet and not to rely on anything. Getting assistance is one thing and relying on it is another. Okay, lovely. So let's get more information on this partnership, this strong partnership here for pile number 3. What's this partnership? 7 of Wands. It's, I believe, at work, something that has to do with your work, something that has to do with your creative pursuits. Maybe you're good at something and you're going to make it automized, right? Because that's a talent also. This carpet making, or yeah, that's a talent also, but it's becoming more automated here. So it looks like you're partnering up with someone to automate something that you're so good at. The 8 of Cups. Wow. This is a hit of luck, because although the 8 of Cups has to do with walking away, it's movement, right? It's going to make something move. It's going to make something go to the right destination, arrive in the right destination. So it's not about movement. The thing is, it's movement towards the right destination. And so your partnership with this person is so successful because you're automating your talents, and you're a hit of good luck, like the right two people found each other, you know? It's the perfect collaboration. And it's gonna make you guys very lucky. Strength card, you see? 2 strong figures coming together. 2 powerful forces coming together. Okay. At this point, I'm guessing you might know who this person is. I think. 7 of Pentacles. Some of you don't know because these are empty chairs. But these are also musical chairs. So as you level up, you find the right people. The more you level up, the more you're finding the right people. And also, one day you might find yourself, a long, long time ago, you started off on a small chair, and it's musical chairs, you know, things move, and it's time for your level up, and then a level up, and then a level up, a grand level up. So be patient. Together, you will be leveling up, taking on new roles. Your roles are changing and malleable as you go along. Your positions will continue to upgrade, and the results that you're getting will continue to upgrade. I mean, automation. This is fast moving. It's like writing an awesome program, and that program keeps creating that awesomeness over and over and over. So that's what's going on with this collaboration. Let's pull out one last card. I'm feeling this one. Talk about automation. The 5 of Wands. It's a collaboration where it's moving something that you used to struggle with. It's now happening automatically without that effort, because the wind is creating that effort for you. It's just working automatically. You can't miss that. So something that you used to put a lot of effort in to make that magic sauce happen is now being automated for you with so much less effort. You know, as they always say, work smarter, not harder. And obviously you two together are allowing this to happen, for things to work smarter. So what is this that may keep you stuck? Relying on what? Is it relying on this person or relying on some help? What are your cards asking you not to rely on? Computer. 4 of Pentacles. So it might not be a computer, I understand, but I feel like don't be so stuck with the same way you have been doing things for some of you. Don't be stuck. Don't have someone who's got the key to everything that you have. This is also... So don't rely on one resource. Don't rely on one person. Don't have someone who has access to everything, you know? Make sure that everything is diversified, and make sure, I think this is definitely talking about making sure not to rely on one thing. So whether you will understand as you go along, whenever you start getting this idea of, what if this place doesn't give me this assistance anymore, or what if this partner leaves, or what is this person working with us, what if this person leaves, or whatever this is. When you start getting this listen to it. This is definitely a warning of something to come in the future. And so you fully have the capability of making sure that you avoid this. You're the high priestess / magician. You're the dilettante. So you can definitely work this out. Don't keep yourself stuck. Keep yourself free. You're meant to be free. Remain that way. And finally, let's take a quick look on what's the first thing that's going to happen with regards to this, because you're definitely on the precipice of this. I mean, your worries are truly over nothing. You're good. You're good to go. So what's the first thing that's going to happen? Bliss, my dear. You've got the Temperance. Wait for it. This is total bliss. First thing's going to happen seems to be this great news that you will hear, this great event. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. You are starting this manifestation. It's happening. It's happening right now, my dear pile number 3. You really are a pile who's got nothing to worry about. My dear pile number 3, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. This is an awesome pile. Guys, really, this pile has nothing to worry about. Enjoy it. Be careful with the future, not to rely on anything, but enjoy the bliss is your reading. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.